Greetings and welcome to a Wednesday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is September 17th. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan, I'm doing all right. I gotta say, I'm a little shook though. I'm a little shook from golf. I'm fresh off the golf course. Played one of the iconic championship courses of our country today. And
so what are we supposed to be sympathetic for your shookness? Is this
on 18 of this course, there's a famous plaque, the Hogan plaque.
One iron?
For a one iron. So I brought a one iron across the country.
You did?
Yeah.
For the activation?
Well, I was curious.
Okay.
So I brought the one iron and, the wind was off the left and I needed to take a little off the one iron. So I was trying to hit a big cut into the green and I hit a big double cross, almost hit the clubhouse, like so close.
Doesn't it get close there? The patio gets a little close.
Had to just yell for as loud. Thank God there was nobody on the putting green. Thank God, because it was a missile at the putting green. Almost like a couple yards. It was almost on the patio where everybody eats lunch.
Yeah, bad place to do it too. Probably.
Yeah, not good. I'm just shook. I'm shook from the double cross. The double cross was so bad.
What kind of one iron? Are we talking like retro? What era one iron?
It was a Wilson FG17, which is I think like a late 70s model.
Okay. That's cool. You brought it across, did your little duty, did a little bit, and then you almost, gave yourself a heart attack.
How about me being longer than Hogan? Guy didn't have a lot of speed.
You had to take it off. You had to take some off.
I had to play a big cut, otherwise I was airmail in the green.
I mean, you're longer than Jack. God's sakes. You might as well could be the greatest player of all time, really, if you put your mind to it.
Guys weren't athletes like me.
Oh, R.I.P. Ben Hogan. You know who else R.I.P.? Bob Uecker. He's not with us anymore. But I was led to believe he was this week. I'm going to tie this into Ryder Cup. I think I'm joining you in your anti-Brewers campaign.
Welcome.
So the Brewers posted a social media video of their manager. What's his name? Bob Murphy? Pat Murphy. Bob Murphy's the old-time NBC golf legend. Pat Murphy reading in hushed tones. With cameras available, social media producers, cameras available, hushed tones, a letter from Bob Uecker congratulating the team on their clinching. Now, the Brewers shared this without a hint of this isn't real. I mean, and why would you presume that this manager decided to write a fake letter from a deceased individual and then read it aloud? In these reverent tones for the cameras. I mean, I wouldn't presume that someone did this.
Uecker didn't. It wasn't like he wrote this before he died.
No. Well, that was what I understood it to be. And then,
that's how it was framed, to be very clear. That is entirely how it was framed.
I think the reality here, there's a bunch of people in Wisconsin that think this is real.
The beat reporters have had to come over the top of the Brewers account. So I watched it in real time. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. When he talks about the best record and the road record, I was like, wow, that's a clairvoyant fella. Like he was ahead of it. How do you know? Because I'm not sure when he died. He could have told me, I know he's no longer with us. Maybe it was June.
He died in January. He
died
a long time
ago.
ago.
Very clairvoyant fella.
Yeah.
And I was shocked he had that detail in there. And not only are we supposed to think this isn't extremely weird as hell and super cringy, but actually we're supposed to think it's cool. And the Brewers are supposed to tell us to get emotional. This is the weirdest behavior. I'm sorry. No disrespect. I'm Major League. I grew up on the movie. I love Bob Uecker, my small market brothers and sisters in Milwaukee. Get all the way the hell out of here on this. I'm out on this manager being a complete freak, reading in hushed tones for cameras a fake letter from a deceased individual.
And like he steered into the skid, and I like
Yes.
Pat Murphy a lot. But he was like, we play a doubleheader every day up here. It never rains. It's always sunny. Like all this.
The details.
It was insane. It was insane. It was like the heaven baseball games
of the
it was
club
insane.
up in the sky, playing for the big ball club up in the sky.
He was like, I'm the third catcher on the big ball club up in the sky. I was like, what? I thought it was great. And then 3 days later, it's like, oh no, it was completely fake.
And this isn't cringy. It's actually supposed to be cool. We're supposed to believe this.
No, I think it's horrible is what it is.
So go ahead.
This is, I wish I didn't have to say, I told you so. This is a scummy
weird.
franchise.
So weird.
The counterfeit letters from Bob Uecker.
Yes. And meant to be these like emotional, treacly things read. We're like, all right, fellas. Like he reads it in these hushed tones. I like it up here. I'm proud of you. It's so bizarre. And what I like tying it into next week.
Should we write some letters? Who would we write a letter from?
If Ben Hogan, Keegan steps up, Ben Hogan, I don't know, maybe he had a connection to, I'm like grasping here, to Tillinghast or Beth, I don't know, whatever. First Ryder Cups. Or Luke Donald isn't writing a fake letter from Sevy and then reading it like, hey, I got this delivered to me from, the ether.
I was going to say that there's a non-zero chance that Steve Sands does something like this about Sevy on air.
I mean, you can use the image, you can use the motivation, you can have Ollie come and firsthand testify, but you don't write a fake letter about an icon and then play first-person reading of it to your team with the cameras in the room. Weirdest thing I've seen in a while.
Read a fake letter from?
Who?
Zach.
Zach is like 8,000 miles away from anything to do with this operation. Do you think how they how they have veterans and past captains and past PGA presidents? Do you think Zach elbows his way into the room come next week for some dinners and some ballroom dancing or whatever they got going on? Think he shows up
just a little bit?
Don Rea would write a fake letter from a dead person for motivation.
Don Rea.
He would totally do that.
That's a good point. Don Rea might see all the action that the Brewers are getting, and he might jump in and say, it's time for me to write a fake letter. Who would the fake letter be from, though?
I want to say like a famous PGA pro. Oh, Eddie Merrins. Let's say one of the greatest, little Eddie Merrins, Club PGA of America icon. He wanted you to go win it for the PGA of America. He could do something like that. That's what Ray would do.
I'm so happy.
Anyway,
I'm so happy that you're here with me. With the Brewers stance. I think we can look back at this could be a turning point in the season when the veil was lifted. Who knows what else this guy is lying about in that locker room? I wonder if the players even knew it was a fake letter.
Well, they're standing there. You got a bunch of 23-year-old hopped up testosterone fueled dudes being read this emotional letter that turns out to be faked. And about the ball club in the sky. It was, and it took me 2 days. I saw again later the clarification yesterday. I was like, huh. I mean, I thought there were some, Back to the Future details in there, but geez,
this is right up there with the trash cans.
Yeah, I agree. Might as well be the same thing. Look into them before we get this postseason started.
I think they should be removed from the playoffs. Honestly, them and all their fans, all their fake fans that were all Cubs fans 10 years ago.
Hey. The Packers are coming to play the Browns this week. I'm piling on.
I mean, there's no golf this week.
I had a question for you, and you may know the answer. You probably do know. From downtown Milwaukee, what is a closer football stadium, Soldier Field or Lambeau Field? Okay, I was wondering that. So they're just all
Milwaukee's effectively a Chicago suburb.
It's interesting. the Lions are 2.5 hours away from Cleveland. I wasn't just going to be a Lions fan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just like the state wall, and that I might as well just go with the one that's farther apart because it's farther from me because it's in my state? That's interesting. I was just thinking about that because the Packers come to town.
Well, nobody lives in Green Bay.
Oh, man. There's some people there.
Not many.
It's remarkable that it's still hopping. It's still running. It's great franchise, but you know,
they should shut the franchise down.
Why?
This just would be the right thing to do.
They might win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm not here for that.
We
might not be able to talk about the Packers all year.
We got some good stuff to talk.
They might beat us like 63-7.
Just take no mercy. You know? Oh, that would be tough. It was great watching Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb hug it out and score touchdowns all over Monday Night Football last night. That was fun to watch.
I played golf with an Eagles fan, obviously, today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got to be through, just so happy. He's like, yeah, it's been great. He goes, if only Jalen Hurts wasn't our quarterback.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, really? Like, you don't like him? And he goes, if we had Baker Mayfield, we'd have won the last 3 Super Bowls. And I just couldn't believe where Baker Mayfield's gotten when you guys just gave him away. I mean, you could still just have Baker.
All right. He wasn't. Okay. Well, I don't want to get
you already had named roads. There's, Mayfield Country Club named after Baker. And,
sure. Yeah.
in Cleveland.
Did not predate Baker at all. Right.
You have roads named after Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
And then you guys just turn your back on him.
Yeah, that was tough to watch. Let's get to what else is tough to watch. Schedule for the week. Bad week in golf. I'm sorry. I don't need to sugarcoat it.
It's a great week in golf.
What?
We got the Fighting Illini Invitational, the greatest tournament in the world.
You can't watch any of this.
I'm wearing my Dratty Collegiate today.
There we go.
I was stunting all around Marion in my Illini gear today.
Penn State territory. That would probably be.
That's right.
Okay.
My caddy, or one of our caddies was from Penn State, said, "But watch out for the Illini." Big game this weekend.
They don't play each other, do they? Illinois and Penn State. Who does Illinois play? That's hard.
Ohio State.
They get to Ohio State. Okay. Don't get Oregon. Don't get Penn State. Nothing like that. Might be a fraudulent backdoor playoff spot coming your way. Then, all right. Good for you.
We got to win this weekend. We got to take care of business in Bloomington.
What other sports we talk about here? Pickleball? Any other sports besides golf we can get into off the top? We've done baseball.
I mean, we could talk about a lot of things. I was, we could talk about. Do you want to talk about Long Island? I was out there for a couple of days.
We can.
The event of the week, the fight of the week's the Stevens Cup, which is on right now at Shore Acres,
4 to 7 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday.
It's a co-event of the week. You're staying in Chicago in September, Fighting Illini Invitational at Olympia Fields this weekend.
Who's in that?
Good away teams. Elite. Okay. That's an elite field. I know that Texas is just hanging out in Chicago for like the entire week.
That's great. I mean, yeah. If you could go play Olympia Field September 15th or whatever, yeah, you go. That's a great college event. So no Mid-Am making the event of the week honor.
Well, it's tough. They drew tough
competition.
Tough to go up against the Fighting Illini Invitational.
Okay. Here's our schedule for the week. LPGA Tour. We have the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship at Pinnacle Country Club in Rogers, Arkansas. This is 4 to 6 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Golf Channel. Is this only a 54-hole event? No Thursday coverage? I don't know what's going on here. Purse is $3 million. Defending champ is Jasmine Sawanapura. The notables are Celine Boudier, Lauren Coughlin, Ayaka Fudue, Hannah Green, Nelly Korda, Hyron Rue, Maya Stark, and Lilia Vu. I think it is only 3 rounds.
Hey, like PJ, could we put up a social graphic to see how many players are in this field that haven't won this year? What are our chances for continuing the streak of no repeat winners? This is now, honestly, maybe the most compelling golf storyline the rest of the year after the Ryder Cup. I think, is can the LPGA go an entire calendar year without a repeat winner? Like, could we get, because like the last event's what, 30 people?
Yeah, it's a small one. CME. Yeah.
Could we get a win from not have a non-winner qualify and win?
That would be delightful. I think it's bigger than 30. It might be like closer to 50 or so, but yes, I think we got to get it all the way through November. Get it done.
This is the game within the game the rest of
Right.
the year with the LPGA.
On the Champions Tour, we have the Pure Insurance Championship at Pebble Beach Golf Links, Spyglass Hill. So this is a 2-venue event. Top pros play for their own title, but with the Pro Junior team. I think this used to be the Nature's Valley Granola Bar, Central California Granola Classic. And you have the little kids come and play with, grumpy old men out at Pebble Beach. Purse is $2.4 million. Defending champ is Paul Broadhurst, who none of these juniors know who he is. The notables are Stephen Alker, Angel Cabrera, Chris DeMarco, Ernie Els, Retief, Tom Lehman, Justin Leonard, and Vijay Singh. This is 6 to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Couple more notables for our purposes. Russ Cochran and Duffy Waldorf both in the field at Pebble Beach this week.
Fabulous.
So
Love
that's who we're pulling for over here.
I love that we now have our own brand of notables for the Champions Tour. Elsewhere, we have the FedEx Open de France, the French Open, 7:30 to 12:30 morning, coffee golf.
Nobody's
Thursday
playing there.
through Sunday. You don't think Euros are going to
Toby Tree might be playing.
Tough scene for FedEx. Purse is $3.25 million. This is not at Le Golf National. It's at Golf de Saint-Nom-la-Bretèche in Paris. The defending champ, Dan Bradbury, favorite of ours, Dan Bradbury.
Is this
Notables?
Open Championship qualifying series?
No, no, he's waiting for South Africa for December or something. Notables are Laurie Cantor, the recanter. Corey Connors is staying over there playing this. I don't know why, but he is. Thomas Dietrich, Ryan Fox, the world player Ryan Fox. Michael Kim tweeting about Paris, I'm sure. Minwoo Lee, the Chapinski, Dr. Chapinski's playing. Victor Perez, the hometown favorite, and Brandon Wu are your notables for the French Open. But yeah, most of the top Euros, and I don't know if you'd consider them DP World Tour players. I know they are members in name. Most of the top Euros are over in America already, playing at Bethpage.
We're getting lots of social content out of that.
We're going to get to that in a minute. And then we have the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, 3 to 6, 1 to 4 on the weekend. This is the KFT event in Columbus there, Nationwide Children. So we don't get a lot of KFT golf. That's on from Columbus mid-afternoon. And as you noted, we have the Jackson T. Stevens Cup at Shore Acres. For listening to this, you'll probably only hear it Wednesday, 4 to 7. Watch Shore Acres, fall-ish, close to fall, golf from Chicago. I think that's your schedule for the week. The Mid-Am is not on television, as far as I can tell. There have been years where it's on for an hour or a couple hours in the match play. It is not on television. We did get some notables.
We've got a developing story, a heartwarming story of Justin Huber, longtime Korn Ferry Tour player that has made it to the round of 16. So that's somebody to root for. Guy that knocks it around. Just has done so much with his office job. It's amazing that he's out there competing with other titans of industry.
Did you see the notion about the detail about Paul Mitzel from Brentley Rome? Did you see this match?
Yes, I did.
Round of
see
64, him and Ryan O'Rear on Monday. It's at Troon, by the way. The USGA, I got the release. I get like the recap. It said 2 rounds of match play and triple-digit temperatures, and they were like promoting this as if this was a good thing.
It's insane that they hosted this tournament here in early-ish September.
I can't believe they put that in the headline, calling out triple-digit temperatures. But yeah, Ryan O'Rear and Paul Mitzel, they took 7 holes of regulation, all but 2 of them via birdie, traded pars at the 18th. That was only the 4th tied hole of the day, but went to extra holes. Then it ends on the 20th hole because Mitzel's caddy, longtime friend, took a cart ride from the first green, to the par 4 second, the second extra hole. Rules official called the penalty for violation of model local rule, and he's out. Incredible match. 0, like they each win 7 holes out of 14 of 18. They tie 18, and then Cartwright decides it. Crazy. But that's going on at Troon. We have some notables, a lot of notables.
I've got some stuff. You want me
to? Please.
Well, we got Michael Budicavoli.
Yeah.
Where he's been just rampaging around on for years.
I'm going to guess. Minor League Golf Tour. I saw he was from South Florida. You're right.
Okay. He's made $52,000 on the minor league tour, which is a good career. Not Sonny Abacoa type career, but solid career.
Yep. Love that.
Stu Hagestad took down Andrew Bailey. He seems to be kind of rolling.
Playing well, feels like. Other notables, Nishant Data, Scott Fawcett, and Will Block. Data, if I got it. There we go.
These are so old that those guys aren't even in the field anymore.
I just got it. Brendan Peel, Willie Peel, Sam Jackson. Those are Columbia guys, local guys. Peel. They're old. There's so many notables I got here. But yes, we're down to the round of 32 at the moment as we speak. So mid-am ongoing down in Arizona. That's it for schedule for the week. We'll get to Ryder Cup stuff. You mentioned you have your collegiate on. I have my Dewey pocket tee. I don't mean to, state the obvious here, but I've come around big time on the Dewey pocket tee from B. Draddy. At first I was like, it's kind of expensive for a t-shirt. I thought, but use your promo code SGS30 at bdraddy.com. You knock a good chunk off. I've been wearing these nonstop. Like, I think they're, it's above athleisure, but how many times can you wear a golf shirt, right? I had like a casual, like my friend had a party to watch like Miami Notre Dame a couple weeks ago, Dewey pocket tee. Going out to dinner with friends, Dewey pocket tee. I was at a pro shop the other day, a nice place. I wanted to get a memento. That's what I went for, Dewey pocket tee. Now know we're getting out of t-shirt season here a little bit, but
that's why you got the Willie long sleeve tee.
They've got the long sleeve tee. They've got Ryder Cup. They've got special Ryder Cup prints now. Pretty good with like the island in it and various patriotic motifs. They've got that going on.
I appreciate that B. Draddy and New York companies not ignoring that it's Long Island's tournament. They've heard PJ, they've listened, and they've made gear that represents the island.
It is a kind of cool design with the Ryder Cup inside the island. That's good. But they also have collegiate, all the SEC schools, bunch of Big Ten schools. We've got BC, I know for the biggest fan base in America. They've got them available. You go to bdraddy.com, use the promo code SGS30, 30% off at checkout. Their fall stuff, by the way, I know we're going into a lot of t-shirts and collegiate, is really good. Really good. I don't have my hands on any of that yet, but I have seen the emails. I have perused the website. The new fall stuff looks snazzy. Use the promo code SGS30 at bdraddy.com. Thanks to them for their continued support of this podcast. Ryder Cup, you mentioned lots of social content. What's up, PJ?
I did a quick LPGA.
God, I can't believe I just pulled up the tweet. This is so embarrassing.
The Brewers?
Yeah.
We're going back. Run it back. Please, let us know your thoughts.
What a joke.
Hey, guys. I'm proud of you up here.
A must, all caps, watch.
Well, they promoted it.
Pat Murphy read an emotional letter from Bob Uecker as the Brewers celebrated clinching the postseason, like crying with happy tears emoji.
Okay, so
but it's a fake letter.
Pull back the curtain here. I'm going to defend my brothers at arms in sports social media. There's a chance they didn't know. There's a chance they didn't know.
Which makes it...
There's a chance.
Just
which honestly
positive.
Makes it worse.
Yeah, that this was a weird thing to do. They clearly didn't know, I don't think, the way they shared it. Although it is hard to say in the tweet, this is fake.
What an embarrassing day to be a Brewers fan.
Are there good days to be a Brewers fan in your opinion?
No.
In your opinion.
No, there aren't any. They're all former Cubs fans. Just
Oh,
like all
God,
the
that's
Bucks fans
so
are
wrong.
former Bulls fans.
That's
They were
not-
Bulls fans in the 90s.
That's
It's
not
just
fair.
sad.
Speaking of the Bulls,
Were they Utah Jazz fans?
City of farce fandoms.
oh my God.
Would they rather be Bulls fans or Utah Jazz fans?
Well,
Oh, young core.
I'd rather be a Jazz fan right now than a Bulls fan because
good
of that
young
young
core.
core.
Whatever. I did an LPGA audit. 18 winners this year are currently in the field. So
How many players are in the field?
I'll count them up, but it's not. It's way more than 18. So I feel pretty good.
They gotta start making betting markets for some of this stuff, like the streak. You know, those former Bulls turned Bucks fans are going to be excited about the Celebrity Ryder Cup on Long Island because none other than Tony Kukoc is coming to play golf for Team
Love
Europe, along with a bunch of people I've never heard of, but I've heard of Tony Kukoc.
Also a Bull.
Paul Gasol, also a Bull. Technically,
Also a Bull.
He did. I wouldn't identify him firstly as a Bull, but he was a Bull.
That's where I
thought.
figured
He's
Andy
probably
was
going
going.
into the Hall as a Bull.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
Lakers. Come on. Come on. Some guys from Harry Potter, which I've never even waded a toe into that Harry Potter world, whether it be book, movie, look like two little waifish fellas. David Beckham's kid, which I love the bio. It says, recognized as David Beckham's kid. That's it. It's not like he takes photos, apparently. He's like into photography, is basically, even on the official site.
I love that there's a nepotism spot in the celebrity. match.
Tony Kukoc. The U.S. team has Bobby Flay and all these different. Eli, I know PJ was fired.
Timu Solani? You're not mentioning one of the great hockey players of our childhood, Timu
NHL
Solani?
94 or
And
95.
you know
could
who
fly.
Timu probably
Yeah.
knows? Yusuf Al-Mahdi.
Valimaki, absolutely.
Hey, you
Just in
so
his
should get
flash.
in there.
Yuso could be in there. If only Sammy continued the hot run from February. I mean, we would be in a completely different world right now.
Honestly, this Brooklyn Beckham being in the celebrity Ryder Cup might be more embarrassing than the Pat Murphy letter.
Let me read his bio. I don't know. We don't need to read his bio. It cracked me up. It just said recognized as the kid of David Beckham. English media personality, which is just the most ambiguous, like catch-all bullshit. Personality, model, and photographer. Recognized for being the eldest son of world-renowned footballer David Beckham and fashion designer Victoria Beckham. Is Victoria Beckham known as a fashion designer now before she's known as Spice Girl?
That's ridiculous.
That's not accurate.
How about Catherine Zeta-Jones being in it?
Good for her. Good for her. Glad she, what team what is she from? Spain or something? I don't want to, miscast people here. The US side is done. Hey, can I make a serious suggestion?
I feel like this U.S. Celebrity, we could do better than what we got.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I expected Michael Phelps for sure, at the very least. I feel like he's a staple in these.
I did see
Like
he's
Colin Jost.
Well, he's hosting Breakfast at Bethpage. You got it.
they're
Do you think he
Colin.
got that was part of his comp for Breakfast at Bethpage was a spot in the
Well,
also.
they're only playing the 4 holes on this side of the road. They're not. They're
It's
they're
10
just,
hole scramble, I thought.
They're just replaying those holes.
I think it would be best if they just played in a simulator.
Well, you got a ball frog on the team.
Yeah, no,
Would be used to it. Sticks Boy. Open
Sad
invite
boy.
for Sticks Boy on Lunch with the Boys.
Sad
Open
boy.
invite. We'd love to have you.
Do you want me to try and get that set up?
Yes.
Should I-
Yes.
All right.
This-
the boys
all right.
will be there.
Yes.
The boys will
boys-
be back in town next
The
week.
boys will be back in town and are looking for people to eat lunch with.
I'll see if I can get in touch with Boston Common Brass and see if we can set up a Lunch with the Boys.
That would be great. That would be tremendous.
He'll be there. A serious suggestion. I know they got to fill the days here between, Monday and Friday morning. So much fluff. And this is to broaden the tent. Although I mean, I don't know if these people are, it's like putting Taylor Swift out there or anything, but couldn't we do like an old timers deal? Couldn't you get
Yeah.
and then you got these grumpy guys out there who
Champions
let it
Tour players.
rip. You could have, I think they just did something at the British Masters, the Belfry. You had like Faldo and Woozy and Monty play. Like you could have Zinger come. You could do a 3-hole thing with some of the old timers, and then you put a microphone in front of them and let them rip. That's something I would be interested in. That's creating content. Now, I don't think that brings, puts butts in the seats quite like, I don't know, Noah Khan or, Tom Felton. But, I think that would be, as a golf fan, something I'd be into.
I think you're underselling the Harry Potter market share here.
Are those popular? I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan, this is a grow the game initiative.
Aren't they all?
It's people who paid $500 for a random like Thursday ticket, and there's nothing out there, and they got to put content in front of them. They got to put bodies in front of them playing golf.
Do you think that I even have to go to a practice round?
No, I don't. I've done a few. I mean, no.
I think that the 5 days leading up to the Ryder Cup are maybe the most meaningless days in golf.
It's tough. It's a tough scene. We're already getting.
Are we getting you excited for the Ryder Cup by saying that?
I mean, I wrote the newsletter saying I'm already over the pre-Ryder Cup hype. That's September 17th. We have 10 days to go. We have the Europeans are pearl clutching already about pre-crime, about pre-fan shouts. No one's shouted anything. No one's shouted. They're already pearl clutching. And I think we'd say we're almost partial to Europe, but their media is just so over the top fanboy and insensitive about everything.
Well, did you see that Justin Rose is already taking pre-shots at the crowd?
I've got it.
I listen. Nobody loves Justin Rose as much as I love Justin Rose. I'm kind of mad at Justin Rose currently.
This is from Ben Parsons, who writes for Bunker. Good publication. I know it's the Ryder Cup and we're going to New York, but when you take a step back from it, a golf team being so sure that they're going to get personally abused that they feel the need to find ways to practice and get desensitized for it is a pretty grim state of affairs. I mean, clutching pearls for pre-crime. Nothing's happened yet. And then, here's Justin Rose. I think stirring the pot. He's just probably stepped up to the mic at the Rose Ladies Series, I think is where he's at. Sky Sports had it. And, he said, New Yorkers are caricatures of themselves. They wind themselves up. And feel like they have to fulfill this caricature of being crazy fans. They have to live up to this reputation, so fully expect absolute chaos out there, is what he's saying. He also suggested the U.S. team's forcing the issue with being a team. Bulletin board material, maybe for Captain Keegan, said, I think the U.S. team has definitely bonded a lot more in recent years. I think they do have pockets of good friendships, but they've gotten a little bit, they think being a great team is about being best mates. I don't really think that's what being a great team is. Being a great team is kind of having a real good theme and having an identity that has come from players before you, and you all buy into that vision. Now, this is literally a thing the U.S. team can't do. The players that came before them, lost. There wasn't a strength. There wasn't a Seve thing. So he's literally stating the impossibility almost. You don't have to be the greatest time in the world to do that. Inevitably, we do have a great time, but America have tried too hard to become a team, whereas Europe is a bit more natural and organic. And I think it comes from deeper roots in a way. So free range, grass-fed, natural, organic team bonding. And the Americans have tried too hard. A little bulletin board material for Justin Rose. I'm sure he didn't intend it that way, but we'll spin it that way. Do you think that's true? I do think there's a little bit of insight there from a veteran. Somebody's trying too hard, and ours are just, you're playing for something more mystical out there.
I think there's also just this natural thing of the U.S. team assimilates, right, the week of, and they become this team. The Europeans are kind of a tight-knit group they're like foreigners on the American tour. And they naturally are closer because they are the outsiders. And many of them have different paths to the tour than, the standard American golfer, which I think leads to just more camaraderie in general.
Fair. Fair. I think we heard this a little bit. Rose said similar. I'll be honest, said something very similar after Rome. He's like, look, we're not all best friends, but we that doesn't mean you're a bad team. And I think he's kind of reiterating the same. But, the phrase they tried too hard to become a team, I think will be passed around the American side, if I'm being honest. Anything else from the social content? Rory taking angles off one, Tyrrell Hatton teeing up with a fart that goes off, and there's great laughter about that. A lot of jokes about the uniforms, which, objectively were terrible. They looked like, they were a propeller away from top of the hat, and suspenders and a propeller on top of their hat away from looking like a little 5-year-old.
Trucker hats were real bad.
Oh,
it was a real bad look.
They did look weird. They did look amusing. So
what do you think about the uproar of jeans on the flight from Europe?
I don't care.
I think that's abhorrent. I think that's pre-crime. I would put you on a list for that.
What?
Yeah.
It's not an overnight flight. You can wear jeans on a flight that's not overnight.
It was overnight.
It wasn't overnight.
They left after the PGA ended.
At Wentworth. I mean,
but they
typically
wouldn't have landed.
Europe to
they
East
landed
Coast.
The same night.
Yeah, but it's late there in Europe when they leave. But I agree. Europe to the East Coast of the United States is a day flight. You can dress like you're going to the office. I mean, it's a day flight. I'm not suggesting you should, but yeah, I think it's acceptable.
Oh, I think that's far too long to be trapped in a moving vehicle in jeans.
Also, who's not
PJ?
In their 20s slept in a friend's house in their jeans?
Oh. Maybe they're 40s. Who knows? No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, of course.
This is crazy. I couldn't believe it.
I think this is whole internet.
I think on
culture
a
debate.
red eye, it's different question,
Sure.
different story.
Yes.
But it's totally acceptable. It's actually, I would say that it's good airplane etiquette to wear a quality pair of trousers on the plane. I think that there's a lot of people that have gone too far on the airplane being comfortable that it's like, you know what? We're still, I think wearing a normal pair of pants is perfectly fine on a non-overnight sleeping flight.
Who wore the jeans? Norin, I think, was one.
Rose, I think.
Rose.
Which is not surprising that Justin Rose wore jeans.
But then they were all in shorts for the golf on whatever it was. Tuesday, Monday, I guess it would have been. So
it was nice.
Yeah. But I just
nice
say they looked like they were taking, the mom who gets really aggressive about their kid's outfit, and makes it really fancy from like Janie and Jack and dresses them up for school, and it's still hot out. And so they're not in the full tie and shirt yet. And they send them all, they look like little boys. Anything else from their scouting trip? Nuggets?
I mean, I don't no. I don't think there's a lot to scout out there.
Yeah. Fair. News. The Masters has a new rights partner. Jeff Bezos, Amazon Prime, place where I used to just, buy books. That's what you go. You go buy books. Is now broadcasting the Masters. What a world. What a life this has become. They will have coverage 1 to 3 on Thursday and Friday on Amazon Prime. This is a new rights holder joining ESPN and CBS. Now, my assumption is it will still be the CBS crew. CBS crew, if it's on TV, it's the CBS crew. That's always been the case. Whether it's on ESPN, it's going to be Nance and Immelman and I guess IBF no longer, but Dottie, all those people. It doesn't matter what network or platform. It's still CBS. Or maybe they don't. Maybe how the NFL's like, who is it? Charissa Thompson and Andrew Whitworth. Maybe they get some hip young YouTubers and they broadcast the Masters on Amazon Prime. I don't think that's going to happen.
Short Game King could be in the running.
DOD Kane, Short Game Kane. You just have all the Kanes. That would be great. They should do that. I have no grand take. It's remarkable that they've now added Paramount Plus for a little earlier coverage on Saturday, Sunday last year. They've now added Amazon Prime on Thursday and Friday. Seems to be the NFL model of, Golf Channel does ANWA right? And has DCP chopping it up with a lot of different places, paying a lot of money. And, it's not like it's soup to nuts coverage. 1:00 is still, they'll have the typical streams, I think, right? Like you can still watch everything. And your Amen Corner stream, featured group stream. Notably, they did say it's not exclusive to Prime, because you can usually just watch the coverage on masters.com, right? So I'm not sure you need to be a Prime subscriber to also access this. Any reaction to this, Andy? Big news in
I think
sports media world.
It's more coverage. I think that's one of the crazy things. You think about how successful the Masters is.
Yeah.
And how much airtime that they don't sell.
Yeah.
Live sport, like how much money are they leaving on the table right now by not having everything televised from like the moment the tournament starts?
Yep.
It's already a massive, massive rights property, but it also is one of the more under monetized rights property.
They do well for themselves, but yes, they don't maximize every inch, obviously. Shackelford wrote a newsletter and just sent it. He made an interesting point about how this could be to put a little scare in ESPN, who would typically put their like 1 to 3 show leading into the 3:00 broadcast. And, this is Shackelford's word, was kind of like shiftless, like didn't have an identity, would just like kind of try for young audiences, maybe not, and be serious, unserious. Is this a way to scare ESPN into that like actual 3 to 7 Thursday, Friday window going off ESPN to Amazon Prime? I don't know. That's a theory in his newsletter, which you should subscribe to. He got that out, I guess, Tuesday afternoon. I just think I think the Masters toes the line of tradition and obviously pushing forward, pushing everything forward. And we know that. Everybody just assumes it's this old crotchety place with antiquated notions, but honestly, it's been like that forever. Clifford Roberts was on the television side ahead of everybody, even if they restricted coverage. So it's always kind of that tension of tradition versus, pushing the envelope farther than anyone's taken it. And so I think that's not what this is, but they are chopping it up and taking a cut from multiple companies right now. I never see it leaving CBS though. Other news: Kapalua officially out for the Century TOC as heard first in unsubstantiated rumors on the shotgun start. Very substantiated now from PGA Tour itself. There's no suggestion about where it will be play, but it is not going to be at Kapalua in January. They said, beyond the agronomic concerns, which we've talked about here, the drought and everything, logistical complexities unique to staging a tournament on the island of Maui, shipping deadlines, vendor coordination, and tournament infrastructure. I've heard this loses money for championship management. Now, championship management, we've also heard, is like Art Modell, who went broke owning an NFL team not once, but twice, which seems incomprehensible. Championship management has struggled sometimes. Is this the start of moving it away?
Is this the beginning of the end of Hawaii?
God bless Rolf.
On the PGA Tour calendar.
Because it's too expensive to hold it over there?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
God.
They can't get the ShotLink camera, ShotLink towers over there.
That'd be a shame. Come on. What's better than like 10, 11 p.m. golf East Coast in January?
I'll tell you what. You could get 2 more tournaments in Texas.
God.
That's what we need.
Find me another TPC course out west. Get us there.
TPC Sugarloaf doesn't have a tour event right now.
Champs Tour, right? Does it not?
Not a big tour event.
Champs Tour might not be a tour anymore anyways. So.
TPC Potomac.
In
Sitting
January?
there, waiting for one.
January 5th, TPC Potomac. We could do that.
I honestly think this could be the beginning of the end for tour golf in Hawaii.
They outline it really saying it's logistical challenge, complexities.
Pour one out. I don't want it to sound sad. I don't want this to be a Sad Boy Wednesday episode here, but honestly, I will be very sad if we never go back to Kapalua. It's like all the memories, like Kapalua is such a nostalgic event because of being a kid, turning it on, watching golf, like throughout my life. I just have such vivid memories of it being the middle of winter in Chicago and watching that golf tournament.
It's the best. It's been fabulous since we started this podcast. And then growing up, just great. Having a fire. It's just, at home on the East Coast, it's chilly. Christmas lights still up. Yeah. Sad. I don't know. We'll see what happens this year, but hopefully it comes back next year.
Where do you think it's going?
Royal Melbourne. No. You've suggested, what'd you suggest? Tucson, Tucson to Dove Mountain or one of those? Didn't you suggest that?
It's not going to be Dove Mountain.
Tucson.
I could see it being like, I don't know, Torrey Pines.
Yeah, again, like they did Genesis.
Yeah.
Is there a TPC course in Stoughton Bray? No, that's cold. Not big enough, maybe. I don't know.
Stoughton Bray?
No, what's the one in California? What's the one in Northern California?
Oh, Stone Bray.
Stone Bray, whatever it is. God,
that'd be great if they had a Stone Bray.
Atmospheric river coming through.
I'd
Your
love if they
Wi-Fi's
had
going
it. I
off.
could go.
I don't know where they're going to go. Do you have a suggestion? It seems like the continental United States is it, though.
I mean, January's really hard.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places to go. You know where they should go?
What?
Australia.
You tell those guys they got to go to Australia to start the year. You tell them that.
You guys need to make that purse at least $32 million if you want us to go to Australia
and cover the tax difference on the taxes that they collect. Yeah, that's a shame. We'll see. They got to make an announcement soon, I would think. Other news: TaylorMade. Just the over commercialization.
The Ryder Cup.
Yes, did
drivers.
you see this team drivers?
I did see. I knew
gold
you
and blue
would see
for
this.
Europe, red for America. $650. Our friend Ryan Barath wrote it up. Just no one asked for this. No one asked for this, but I guess those Ryder Cup at home kits are sold out too. So suckers born every minute.
I saw somebody today talking about the Red Bull racing driver.
I played with somebody that had one.
What?
4 weeks ago. And he was a great guy. And I just stared at it. I stared at him. I thought about going into it. And I just didn't say anything and kept playing. But I like locked eyes on the thing like 5 times. Then in the course of the round, it just started chuckling. But, yeah, no one needed. The Ryder Cup's a 3-day event. You're going to get a $650 driver to what? Be a fan? Just buy a normal driver. God's sakes. What
Might
else?
be my favorite. I may get you a custom driver.
Please do. P-Cup tickets are out. PGA Tour issuing a big release for that today.
It should be a big release. Come spend a couple days in the greatest city in the world in September, Chicago.
Tickets are not that much money. They're $140. It's not like the PGA of America, gouging you. Now they have elevated hospitality. I saw the Captain's Club featuring Michelob Ultra, open air venue with 360-degree views of 3, 4, and 5. Is that a good spot next year?
It depends what 3, 4, and
The
5
routing.
are they talking about.
Yeah.
The actual 3, 4, and 5, which will be
The
that'll
putting
be
green, right?
17, 18, 1 for the tournament. Or is it 3, 4, and 5 of the tournament routing? I'd assume it'd be 3, 4, and 5 of the tournament routing.
I would assume so as well. If you could do a 360-degree view, that seems like it would be in a central
it's like
pocket.
a little triangle there.
Yeah. So those are available, as is with wine, spirits, and upgraded food options. The International Club, perched above Lake Khadija, did I spell that right? Open air venue inclusive of a variety of local and international themed cuisine. That local cuisine everyone in Chicago is so proud of. If you want to go to the International Club, upgraded beverages, and unmatched sight lines of the actions on 9 green, 10 tee, and 11 green. So those are available. Those are about $850.
Oh,
I mean, you could do
God, that's
that
crazy.
for a deep dish. I'm looking
Just
at
for food and drink for a day is
and hospitality. I'm
you
looking
get
at
access
Saturday.
to like a little tent.
Little tent. Looking at Saturday right now, grounds access $139, Captain's Club $380, and International Club with the local cuisine, deep dish and portillos or whatever you want to call it, $854. $854. All
I was
right.
talking to superintendent yesterday who was
Yeah.
saying that they ordered Portillo's for a U.S. Open for all the staff members, and everybody just couldn't believe how good it was.
That's great. Good for them. I mean, you could throw like just a trough of gruel at staffers. It's free food. Come on, free food, volunteers. You got to set them up. So.
I think the international team should be writing fake letters now.
God, I mean, it's really disparaging to Bob Uecker. Like anybody could replicate Bob Uecker. You're kind of
disparaging to anybody.
To the
it's
deceased.
disparaging to the fans that they lied to them.
Well, who else is in the NL? Who's getting through? Not the Brewers aren't going to be my team. Padres, maybe. I'll go with that.
You could be a Cubs fan.
No, I'm not ready. I'm not over 2016. No, nope. All right, that does it.
Well,
Anything
all the
else to
Brewers
add?
fans, if you want to root against the Brewers, they were all fans of the Cubs in 2016. So.
Oh, God, that's just so wrong. Gardos are making a run. The Rangers won't lose. Mariners won't lose. We're gonna have a better record than the third wild card.
Rangers were going up against the Mets.
I know. I was not happy with PJ's boys.
Things are good. Things are good. We got the Padres coming to town for 3 games. This is either rising from the ashes or nail in the coffin for the next 3 days. So we'll know.
It's tough.
We'll know.
Oh, I feel you.
I was with a New Yorker that thought it was disrespectful that PJ is not an Islanders fan.
You're really hung up on this.
You live on Long Island.
It is an interesting. I have questions as well. What's the deal?
I have a feeling that next week is going to get super, super hockey adjacent. So maybe we'll take a survey of the folks we come across. Yeah, this will be a recurring line.
They're going to have those hockey jerseys, I'm sure. The merch tent, hockey jerseys. Okay, that does it. Anybody else have any news or thoughts you want to get off? Speak now or forever hold your peace. We will talk to you on Friday. Hey, we got mucho content. I know the Ryder Cup's next week, but on Friday, we have these new guides we're releasing. I don't want to tease them. I don't know if they're up whenever we're releasing this podcast, but Andy talks about it in the Friday podcast for an audio accoutrement or accompaniment for that. So we've got those going up on the website this week. We're going to have a Ryder Cup hub coming later this week with little capsules and some fun with Kevin mixing KVV in, starting to get him assimilated like Team USA into Team FE. So we got a lot of going up on the website. Newsletter is going to be hot next week with dailies for the Ryder Cup. We're humming. We might have a little momentum.
Oh, we just got we got a book.
A book.
We made a book.
Coffee table book. I've gotten a lot of messages about this today because you can bundle it for a Friday Golf Club membership.
Hottest club in town.
Club is too hot. I know, we've added space so the clicker with the bouncers with his clicker could keep clicking away and we can welcome more in, but it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Join Friday Golf Club and buy the book. You get the club membership at a discounted rate when you buy the coffee table book. Really snazzy. Looks really nice. Bound book for your in-hand consumption. So check out Friday Golf for that. We will be back on Friday. Thank you all for your support. Talk to you then.